5-yard line.
Shit, man. Slime hunter.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one 28 yards on the ground. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now this throw caught left side. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Off of play action, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Faking the give. Now Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Johnson. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On 1st and 10, Fields. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
They said you got to pinch your line.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake. Fields. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
41 Mike, 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Watch the pass, watch the pass.
Throwing again, Fields. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
41 Mike, 41 Mike.
Looking to throw. Fields. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now it's Watson going deep here for Stills. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills. 76 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Bailey got the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Fields. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Fields. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Going deep here for Stills. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
He might go for it. Ain't nothing but that wide receiver on the outside or inside receiver. He do that, what they call it, loop around the other receiver. Nah, he loop around the other receiver and run straight up the field. It's a wheel, ain't it?
Bailey now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go! Let's go!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
I was on the phone yesterday, man.
Silver. Check. Lucky.
Your phone. Call the phone, man.
Watch twist.
On 1st down, Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Probably the house.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 49-yard.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
From the gun, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it.
That's a new girl.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Look at this nigga, man. This nigga ain't got to answer the phone, dude.
Watson off play action. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Back now in Houston. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Back to throw. Fields. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Timmy Jernigan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, Fields. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
That's 13.
And he's got some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On the ground, this is Johnson. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I had 13 yesterday.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Check 41. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Throwing on first down. Fields. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run. Cook. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Fields. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Fields. And that's caught by Smith. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Right now it's our shit. And do the outside kick. Get that motherfucker.
Ball trot. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Coming to you. 41's the mic. 41's the mic.
Operating from the gun. Fields. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Minnesota.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 3rd down, Dobbins, and he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Back to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. He's back to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch?
Oh, he
just did right there. But boy, it was pretty.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy.
He did that on purpose, though. He had to do that on purpose.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Save the one play wonder. Stole on that. One play wonder twice on that.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-free.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Watson. Going deep here for Stills. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. And he finds Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
He's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they will finally get into the ground at the Texans' 25-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Nah, he missed the field goal to win it.
Let's go, deep tighten up. Let's go, deep tighten up.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a 2nd guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Back to throw. Fields looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
He throw it there.
And his kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. With you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well.
Yeah, I ain't get a chance. Like, he got the ball first.
So for the Vikings, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.
I would have been passing the shit. I'm running the ball.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Snake. Nah. She got me borderline hot, bitch. And I was up 13 points. 2:44 to go. You said it, man. Nigga ass shit. I'm 10 seconds later, he threw that bitch across the middle at the top. I'm right there with him. He burned me in the end zone. Yeah, bro. And he tried it again. I stopped shit. He kicked 3 yards. That shit crazy. That shit gotta be a hot. That dumb